much anxiety is added when you do have the favorite compared to maybe having an under-the-radar horse? Does it add some to you a little bit?
Sure, I think anytime you come in with high expectations and, that's naturally more pressure than coming in with a long shot.
What makes him unique compared to maybe some of the other horses?
He's just got a really high cruising speed, and he's able to keep going like you saw in the Florida Derby. He just when he gets into that rhythm, he's got the ability to just keep doing that. And what amazes me is how effortless it seems to him. Like this morning on a gallop out in the breeze, he was pricking his ears and just indicating there was more left in the tank.
When people ask me what post I want, I say 1 to 20. That's my goal right now. Everyone's going to be going fast, but if you were afraid of someone getting a mile and a quarter, you wouldn't want to go too fast. But I don't think we're worried about a mile and a quarter here. I think, what we saw in the Florida Derby was amazing. It was epic, and we know it wasn't 100%. It could be 95%, it could be 90%, it could be 85%. You don't know. That's the great part. There's more in the tank. So, Fierceness wins this. I think winning 1 Kentucky Derby is equivalent to 10 Super Bowls. So I would say that it's a better feat.
One thing I know with horses, either you love them or you don't, but my whole family had a passion for the horses. And my dad was, I consider to be a really good horseman as far as condition. Being a good conditioner, we didn't win a lot of races, but I thought, maybe something was lacking. So during the summertime, when all the kids would go off with their parents, different places, different vacations, I went to Ocala Stud. And that's where I craft a lot of my skills there. My first year was 96. I always say the doctors can't count because they give me 5 years that year. And in 2018, they give me 6 months. So I'm still here. But God has a better plan for me than what man has. I saw this horse at the sale and looked him over. And I said, man, this is a good one. And the thing about it is, when I go to sale, I look at every horse at the sales. There's just a lot of them not in my price range, If he didn't go 12, I wouldn't have him. Race him the first time was April of last year. And I tell the guys, I said, don't worry, we lose, but we have bigger goal for this horse. All the races we went into with this horse, I prepared him for that day. I didn't prepare him for the first Saturday in May. Now he's being prepared for the first Saturday in May. Regardless of where he finished, I promise you he's a better horse now than when he was a month ago. He's a horse with have tactical speed. He don't have to be on the lead. Like a lot of horses are one-dimensional. They either front runners or they're gonna come from behind. Not this horse. This horse could lay mid-pack and still make strong moves. I love the Derby. That's why I leave the Bahamas. I always say you can't win the Derby unless you're in Kentucky. I've been associated with 3 of the Derbies. Nobody knows that. Nobody cares. We've been the Ohio Derby, the American Derby, the Hawthorne Derby, but no, the ultimate Derby is Kentucky. So you got to be in Kentucky to win it.
You've been before with horses. How different is this coming with a horse that everyone's looking at and a lot of attention on?
Yeah, well, we've had a couple good chances in this race, but yes, I'd say this is a unique horse for us. He's nearly undefeated, really. So to bring a horse in here that's again nearly undefeated horse, he's coming in off the best race of his life, very impressive, and he just seems to have all the tools to get that mile and a quarter the right way, and it's exciting to go into the Derby with a real chance. He's really just a gifted horse since birth, I'd say. He's, you don't go to the Saratoga yearling sale and bring over $2 million unless, you're the man, and but I'm proud of the horse. He backed it up. He's always gone out there. He's a very intelligent horse. He's very focused. You can see it's his first day here. He went about his business back and forth from the track like he's been here before, and that's him. He takes things in a very focused, intelligent manner.
Horses from behind have won, but with a field like that, it has to worry you, like, okay, traffic is an issue.
Yeah, they usually worry about the pace, traffic, weather, stuff like that. And in recent years, we've seen some horses that were in the rear of the race early win, so that gives you a lot of hope. With these closers, you definitely have to navigate through traffic and work a trip out, so it's a little more challenging. But just hope that there's a solid pace in the race, and that will spread the field out a bit and avoid traffic.
You talk about the crowd. Is that the great unknown? Because you never know until they get there.
Yeah, that's true. I'll tell you, he's never really had an issue with that, and I find him to be a curious horse, but he nothing. I haven't seen much get him unsettled. I think where the gate was, right on the apron of Keeneland, and they have huge crowds over there, which is great. And he was the last horse in. They were just right on top of him over there, and he was just trying to. He's taking that in. Someone's asking him to go in the gate, but he wants to see, all the college kids at the rail. I mean, he's taking a moment. So I honestly don't see any. I don't anticipate any problem with the horse. He'll see the gate this week. He might even see it a couple times, and where they load in the Derby there at the top of the stretch away from everybody, they're not right on top of you, eye to eye, so to speak. So I don't think